Sometimes we have to go through tough, sticky conversations at the IEP table. Listen in as I recorded a live training on Instagram. And if you're not following me, I'd love to have you over there at Catherine Witcher, where I reviewed some of the hot topics that we're covering inside of the Master IEP Coach Mentorship. If you've ever struggled with the conversation about a one-on-one aide at the IEP table, this one's for you. Welcome to the Special Education Inner Circle podcast. I'm your host, Catherine Witcher. Well, if you have ever thought about one-to-one aides in special education as a parent or a teacher as a struggle to achieve in your school district, you're not alone. This week, I'm spending a lot of time with our new Master IEP coaches. Our mentorship started a week ago, and we have a great group of parents, teachers, admins, therapists who are becoming Master IEP coaches this summer so they can have the best school year ever. And one of the topics that came up during, I want to say it was our Level Up Your Leadership session on Wednesday, was about a one-to-one aide. And there was a future Master IEP coach who was talking with a parent who wanted a one-on-one aide, and the school district kept saying no. No, we don't do those here. Okay? So a couple of things that we had to walk through when it comes to that. Number one, we don't do that here is something that should always be a red flag. If you are in a public school, and whether you're a parent, teacher, admin, therapist, no matter what your role is at the IEP table, when you hear, we don't do that here, immediate red flag. So that's where you have to decide, depending on who said that and what the kind of vibe is at the table, how you get to this next statement might be a little bit different, but the bottom line is you need to get the policy that is preventing them from providing that service. We don't do that here, that catch-all phrase. It's not allowed, but it's always said. And by not allowed is what, it doesn't say in the law, you're not allowed to say that, but you're not allowed to have this umbrella statement of we don't do that here. So federal law says that a public school needs to provide a free and appropriate public education. It says that we need to meet a child's unique needs. It says that we need to prepare every child for further education, employment, and independent living. It doesn't say, but you don't have to provide the supports necessary to get there. In fact, it says the opposite of that. So if a child needs a one-on-one aide to reach those things, an appropriate education, meet their unique needs, and prepare them for further education, employment, independent living, then that would be something that would need to be provided. Okay. Now, you're going to say, okay, so what's preventing you from this? Well, we just don't do that here. So can you show me the policy that's preventing you from saying yes? Well, it's not really a policy. It's just something that we don't do here. Okay, can you write that down? Notice that I'm not arguing in this IEP meeting, because and I'm speaking as if I was the parent or I was coaching the parent, I was there with the parent. From the school district side, if you are a teacher who's sitting through this uncomfortable situation, you can always redirect and say, well, how about we look further into this and let's decide what other information we need to possibly look at this as a solution. That's a nice collaborative way to say we need more information, because that's exactly what you need. Okay? So teachers, you can bridge that gap and really share what needs to happen next without kind of putting fuel on the fire from the district side, without pacifying the parent and saying, yeah, I know we don't do that here. Okay. And we just need to move on. You need information on why is the one-on-one aide being requested? Does the one-on-one aide need to be there for the entire day? Quite honestly, unless it's a medically complex case or a huge safety issue, most of the time a one-on-one aide needs to be available for specific times of the day, like being able to access large group instruction, being able to access more time with general education peers, being able to access higher level skills, so they need some more direct instruction that can be led by the teacher, but then implemented by a one-on-one aide. So there's a lot of different reasons on why, and we need to get to the reasons and we need to get data. We need to show how does a child perform with a one-on-one aide and without a one-on-one aide, because guess what? One-to-one aide might not be the right solution, but it tends to be the go-to ask a lot of times. So there's several strategies that I just gave you there. If these were helpful to you, I'm going to suggest that you share this with your special education parent and teacher friends, because we all need to be having better communication at the IEP table. We need to have better strategies. We need to get to more yeses for our students who learn differently. It's possible, we can do it, but you need to get those key phrases, like learning how to ask, where's the policy, or write that down, or let's get more information. Those are 3 that you can use right away. So don't forget, save this, share this, and let's get ready for the best school year ever. And I know that the school year seems a while away, but it's gonna sneak up on us, and we gotta be prepared. And that doesn't mean stressed out. That doesn't mean hustling for the beginning of the school year. That means just knowing what our priorities are and what we really wanna work towards together. I'll talk to you guys soon. One more thing before you go. Okay, 2, but I promise you they're easy. Wherever you are listening or watching, I would love for you to leave a review or a comment. You know, the platforms love when you engage back here with the podcast, and that helps us reach more parents and teachers so we can create better IEPs everywhere. Okay, and the second thing, you can get your free weekly IEP training at iepmasterclass.com. I can't wait to see you there.